Hey Clover, I wanted to wish you a super happy birthday. And I know I'm late, but in the 19 years we've known each other, if you don't know that if it isn't late, it ain't me, we've got some problems to address. So even though I already made you your favorite foods and all of that, this is my actual gift to you. And let's just call it the 10 things I did on your birthday. And calling it that because the countdown starts at 10. We begin things here, where this backdrop is giving me grief, but clearly not enough grief to iron it and get it over with. At some point, I ended up moving to a whole new place altogether, and there popped in Claymore. Please ignore the bathroom door that's open. And then the intro came. It was something like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today is my sister's 19th birthday, which is a huge deal. This is Chloe. So she is the sister that you haven't met as far as YouTube yet. I asked her a couple times leading up to today what she wanted for her birthday. She was like, I don't think I want anything. Okay, I know that her favorite food is scrambled tofu with baked beans and Jamaican fried dumplings. So that's what we're gonna make for her. We are going to get started.
The next thing we did was pick Caleb up from school, and I have no idea why I'm looking at the sky, but...
In a tree? Don't worry, Wanda. It's just a little mishap.
there he is. Hadn't driven the car in a while, and one of the tires felt really low.
Fire pressure!
We're about to check it out at 7-Eleven. We park properly because, you know, I park really horribly all the time. I'm hoping it's not popped and it's just needs some inflation. Needs some love. Let's see. I look like a bum today. I'm in sweatpants and like I don't even know what I'm wearing. Okay. Oh, is that accurate?
It was around 25 psi, but it also wasn't the tire I thought it was. It took a while, but I eventually got the car turned around and parked decently.
I want to check the manual really quick so I can check the PSI.
I ended up filling them all up just to be safe. And air isn't free, so... Next, Claymore went shopping for all of your stuff. No, seriously, take a look. Okay, so this is the part where I just about had a heart attack, but I showed him how to do it properly next time. We got back home ready to cook and realized it was time to pick up Caitlin from soccer practice.
So, it behooves you to pursue your goals as part of a team, bearing in mind that a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So, go get 'em!
So we have Caitlin preparing to draw Chloe some art over here. She's getting some of my old art supplies because she's over here today. Hey, what's Chloe's favorite color today? Oh, I think it's black or gray. Chloe changes her color like a lot. Last year I'm pretty sure it was green. Is it still green? Is it black or gray?
I'll just put them all in there.
Oh my gosh.
At around 5:40, I started cooking.
She's gonna be coming over probably around 7:30.
We started off with an empty bowl that was quickly filled with some all-purpose white flour. At first I put around 2 cups in there. Then we added in a cup of whole wheat flour. After doing this, I added in another cup of all-purpose flour because I decided that a 3-to-1 ratio was better than a 2-to-1. At some point I put the dough hook in there because I realized that's exactly what we're making. At this point we should be adding in the salt. I put in 1 teaspoon, but I should have put in 2 or maybe even 3. No, 3 sounds like it's pushing it a bit. But yeah, then we're gonna follow it up with 1 teaspoon of baking powder for every cup of flour. So that's 4. At this point, I believed I was adding in about 2 tablespoons of butter, but the thing is, I put in like 2 heaping tablespoons. So maybe about a quarter to a third cup. Next, we're adding in 2 cups of really cold water. Gradually. At this point, it should start forming a ball, or you're doing it wrong. Just kidding. I don't think there's a way to do it wrong, really. No. So now that this dough is done, we're gonna put it to rest and start working on something else. No matter how quickly I try to cut onions, I still end up crying and crying. So instead of watching me cut an onion that nobody cares about, let's watch somebody else cut the onion and come back to what I have left. Valentine's Day is coming up, folks, and we've got onions for him. Speedy Gonzalez over here. Of course, we've also got onions for her. Speedy Gonzalitas over here. And then we've got onions for me. Need I say more? Not only am I slow, but I am ballin'. What's that? What am I trying to say here? Oh, give me a minute. Right. I also washed my face. Did wonders. We've got some oil going, stage right, and enough onions to give stretching a totally new name. I'll just give that a good old you thought you were a walk. And set it aside. Now we're on to the scrambled tofu, which I'm going to be mashed. Correction, is going to be mashed. Like, the tofu is going to be mashed. Or maybe which I'll be mashing. Any of those would work, just not the first one. Looking snazzy. Back over at the onion station, they're looking kinda harmless, but don't get too close. And now back to the tofu. This recipe can be found in the Country Life Cookbook on page 28, which I'm pointing out right now. Make that page 38. But anyways, it's time to get sidetracked. So I found out Country Life isn't just a cookbook. It's also a restaurant that serves all vegetarian and vegan foods like these nachos. They even hold a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Facebook. The restaurant, not the nachos. But I'm sure the nachos are good too. Check out how big those cookies are. Their monthly meal plan can be found online so you know exactly what you're gonna get before you even get there. It's not just a restaurant though. It also is a natural food store with a very extensive stock of herbs that you can't really find many other places. On their website, you can find tons of stuff, including information on how to improve weight loss, digestive health, and diabetes naturally. And judging by the recipes in their cookbook, it's definitely a trip worth adding to my bucket list. And speaking of recipes, we're still mid-recipe over here. I just realized we're not only mid-recipe on this one, but also the other two. So for the sake of time, let's speed it up a little.
What I'm putting in here is basically Bill's Best chickenish seasoning, onion powder, yeast flakes, garlic powder, salt.
I know you guys are completely unsatisfied because I didn't stir that yet. Patience, young Padawan. I skipped it. You're welcome.
Freshly chopped chives, and then the rest will go in later.
Just as your patience is wearing thin, I am ready to mix. And there it is, mixed. Back over at the onion station, we're ready to put some baked beans here. And when it comes to baked beans and family, one can's just never enough. At this point, our baked beans are starting to look like something out of both Dennis the Menace and Vampire Diaries. So I did what any vampire-warding human being would do and added garlic. You might taste this later.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Over here, we have oil heating up to fry those dumplings, and we're gonna get started on shaping those right now. The goal is pretty much to make nice balls of dough with no cracks, and to give you your daily dose of ASMR. Just kidding. But seriously, making fried dumplings is pretty easy, and stress relieving. You would think 2 cans would make more baked beans. Oh wait, it did. We've got our first tester dumpling in the fryer. Nice crunch. And it's perfect for the rest to go in. Looking snazzy. And the scrambled tofu is done.
For she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us, and so say all of us, hey, and so say all of us, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow, for she's a jolly good fellow.
Kind of look like a panda bear, but it's pretty cool. You guys see the nose?
Oh, she said I look like a panda bear.
Oh, this is off of my Instagram pictures.
Hey, can you go grab the knife?
Oh,
So she could cut it.
Apparently, they have one where the
Alright, guys.
flash switch.
Are you guys ready?
Pops, you counting?
What? What?
Ready.
We're gonna take
What
one.
episode?
Wait.
Okay?
So on 3.
Yeah, I'm hungry too.
Wait. Oh yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Caitlin,
That was
wait.
fast.
Yeah,
I mean.
So before the countdown hits 0, I just want to let you know that I love you, I'm proud of you, and I want to wish you a happy birthday.